Batman.
And being one of the coolest, darkest characters of comic books, films and television, you'd have thought that there'd been a string of amazing Batman titles already. But no, not really. In fact, there's been some downright awful ones. Batman Begins. However, hopefully this new incarnation, Batman Arkham Asylum, will allow us to throw those bad memories into the loony bin. Finally, here's a game that feels right, and not just because the main character is Batman, but because the gameplay is well thought out, varied and interesting. On top of this, we have the added layer of the Batman universe, rendered in all its gothic glory, wonderfully scripted by Paul Dini, a man responsible for much of the excellent animated series which provides the compelling story to an already compelling and beautiful looking game. We start with the Caped Crusader, having already apprehended his arch-nemesis the Joker, returning him back to his cell at Arkham Asylum. Batman is no rookie, however, and instantly smells a rat.
Warden, something's not right. I'm going with him.
And of course, he's correct. The Joker soon takes over the asylum, simultaneously turning it into the world's biggest bat trap / lunatic playground.
Welcome to the madhouse, Batman!
Which is just awful news if you've bought a flat nearby. There's no chance. Selling that. It's mental. It's happening there. No chance. Bad move. Bad move. The gameplay is essentially split into a number of distinct styles: exploration, investigation, platforming, combat, and stealth. And it's this dynamic that keeps the game interesting, as you're never really subjected to any single style long enough to grow tired of the game. Combat is simple but satisfying, split across 2 buttons to either attack or counter, but far from just becoming a matter of button bashing, the emphasis is put on stringing moves together to create fantastic move combinations. The more hits you manage, the more moves Batman will pull out of his locker to dispatch his enemies with vicious grace. My mate did that one once. Proper hard. He's proper hard. I can beat him. However, Batman needs to do more than just bray the baddies into subconsciousness. He has to get to the bottom of the Joker's plans, as well as look after the asylum's innocent inhabitants. And that's what requires the Columbo side of Batman's talents.
There's just one thing that bothers me. Mrs. Batman said I should get a new cape. And, oh, what's this? A trail. Oh. I'm Batman.
This essentially just adds a mechanic to navigate you from A to B by giving a story element rather than just sticking a dot in the map, which definitely gives the game an added depth. The stealth sections are where Batman comes up against armed foes, and unlike other incarnations of this character, this Batman can't simply walk through hails of bullets, and in fact, he's fairly allergic to it, like the rest of us. This forces the gamer to move up to the rafters and pick off foes quietly. Now I really get into these bits. In fact, I quite like to stand up fully on the sofa arm and just look down menacingly at the screen and whisper threats. Hey, where am I? Hey, where am I? The only minor quibbles with the game would be the boss battles do sometimes feel a bit unsatisfying compared to the kind of epic nature of the game. The title is mostly linear, although you are free to roam as you please, and there are lots of Riddler puzzles and bonus items to collect along the way. And lastly, the AI of the Joker's goons is far from great, but then I guess when most of the chaps in your recruitment pool have probably had to go eating their own poo with a chopstick, then you can't really expect much in the way of initiative, can you? They're quite mad. This is an extremely polished and entertaining title. The characters and the world design are beautifully made and capture the brooding gothic atmosphere of Batman perfectly. The storyline is constantly engaging and the voice acting is top drawer, with the always brilliant Mark Hamill taking centre stage as the Joker, whose presence is always felt with his taunts and maniacal laughter constantly spewing for the Asylum Tannoy system.
Oh, you're getting too predictable, Bats.
The thought and attention to detail that's gone into this title gives the player the feeling that a lot of love went into making this game, and the fact that it's not tied into a movie release has obviously given the studio time and the freedom to finally create a game based on the Batman universe that's nothing short of special.
My little bat, you're in my world now.